friends. Boy, it is a cold one out there tonight. I swear it's got to be down to maybe 10 degrees. I didn't check before I got on, but I know it was like 14 earlier. So it is definitely cold outside right now. And the worst part, the wind is starting to pick up. We've got that Canadian wind coming down. We're like 4 miles away from the border up here. And shout out to all my Canadian friends, all my Canadian neighbors. I hope y'all guys are doing well. I know it's cold up there. But I'm pretty sure you've been getting some pretty good, what do they call them? Oh, they're solar flares. Auroras lately. Totally jealous about that. Yeah, so it's late night. Not really for me, but for the rest of the world. You know, it's like almost 10 here. Everybody else in the house is about gone to bed. And I was just sitting here kind of bored, to tell you the truth. You ever get into just like a rut, kind of? I wanted to edit a little bit. I really want to get this Totes Cooley adventure finished and get moving on and get kind of caught up in current. It's nice having footage that I can count on so I don't have to go shoot footage and put it out like the same day. At the same time, though, it's like I'm dealing with so much that's already passed that it's really hard to get into filming now in the present, you know? So like I said, I was a little bit like just didn't feel like editing really tonight. So I figured it's been a long time since we were able to just sit down together. And I felt bad that earlier I didn't get to a lot of y'all's comments and stuff. So I figured we could sit down for a few minutes and just hang out and talk with each other. Yeah. I see y'all guys in there. Hey guys, The Art of Pain. That's a cool name. Dang. That reminds me of a quote that I quote every now and then. It's James Bond. I forget which one. It was one with not Brosnan, the other dude, Daniel Craig, right? And the lady was like, well, how much do you know about fear, right? And it's like, everything. Man, I can totally relate to that. So I just love your name. That's awesome. The Art of Pain, right? I feel that pain makes us grow and makes us move forward, you know, as long as we don't let it cripple us, you know? So we got Kansas City Steve, Liselette, the one and only Darth Vader. Rebels in the house, Sam Squatch, Virginia Harris, hey, followed by Jenny, hey Jenny, Rusty Ravens in the house, Kansas City Steve, Lisa, Rose Armstrong, Squirrel Nut, that's a cool name. Dom, hey Dom, what's up, bro? Dom says, hey Matt, how's things? Things are life, you know what I mean, my friend? We just keep on pushing forwards, you know? Rebecca, hey Rebecca. Let's see, BC West Coast girl, hey West Coast girl. Vader says, Matt, call-in show was awesome. Thank you so much. I loved it. Wasn't that great? Just getting to sit down and talk with Jimmy. He's a really cool dude. He's a good friend of mine. Y'all guys can probably tell why. He's just so down to earth and so authentic, you know? That's what I love about getting to do this with like real people. I mean, no offense to all the big time YouTubers and all the celebrities and stuff, you know? It's just cool to sit down with a guy like Jimmy, though, who is like, he's just Jimmy all the time, you know? Yeah, I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. We got Dick. Dick is in the house. I'm not going to read your last name because I fall for a lot of those jokes sometimes. It's like people want me to sing happy birthday. And you remember on The Simpsons when Bart Simpson would call Moe's Tavern and he'd be like, hey, last name, I'm looking for last name Butts, first name Seymour. And so Moe is out there screaming, hey, Seymour Butts, right? And so, yeah. But anyway, Jenny says, hey to everybody. That's a lot of waving. Hey, Jenny. Faith is in the house, guys. Rule Lopez says, how you doing, Matt? I'm good, Rule. Raul, I hope you are too. I'm not good at reading names and stuff a lot of times. Cool name, though. I know it's just a normal name, you know, but still, Raul, that's fun to say. Remember Elf? He was like, Francisco, or something like that. It's like, that's fun to say. I have a boring name. My name's just Matt. Did you know that there are like millions of Matts in this world? It's the most popular baby name the year I was born, actually. Tony, our cabin in the woods. Hey, Tony.
says, good morning, Matt and everybody. The Art of Pain. Yep. Hey, Art. Uh, Rose Armstrong, you sucks, says, I am going crazy. Would I ever know I am right back where I started 14 years ago? I want to guess the ending if it ever does. And then AW says, I swear to God, that all I ever wanted was a little bit of everything all of the time, a bit of everything all of the time. And says uh, apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. I'm finished playing and standing inside. Sounds like song lyrics, my friend. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how you mean, but I can feel your words and I can feel how they're serious. You know, it's like it's hard for humans to really feel what others are feeling. We can have a best guess or an empathy, or sometimes the words that people say, I feel, can jump out at us and trigger something inside of us somewhere that we've kind of heard those words ourselves, you know. Uh, sometimes restarting just gives us the opportunity to do things differently and do them better, to learn from our mistakes. It's like getting washed back down a stream again that we're trying to get to the top of. And now at least we know the stream better and we won't fall in the same thing we did before. I've had to restart my life since the beginning, basically. I'm like, I always restart, and it's really, really hard. I try and focus on the good side of it though, because if I, like I was just saying, if I can learn from the things from the road, from that 14 years, right? And then to get back, right? That's discouraging. However, we've learned something from it and we can apply that so that we don't wind up falling in the same thing later, if that makes sense, my friend. Uh, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the little group. Jump on in, get to know somebody. Got a lot of good people here. Uh, El Dorado. Hey, El Dorado. El Dorado says, hi, Matt from Upper Michigan. Hope you are doing well. I am, my friend. Life always has its challenges. In the end, though, every minute above ground is a minute to catch our breath, is the opportunity to move forwards, to do things better. That's what I always focus on. I'm like anybody. I have my down days, and things don't go right, and there are setbacks. And for me, it's the constant what is how am I going to make it all workness of it. Still, if we lay down and give up, we'll never make it work. Perseverance, we can get through it. Jenny saying hey to Faith. Brandon Sismore, low key, you look like Matt Damon. Well, I think thanks. Hoorah. It's another Matt. I always liked his stuff too. He's a good actor, Thanks. I shouldn't even start this. Thanks for not saying Eminem. Because since I started like shaving my hair down real good, now that it's like white and everything, I get that a lot, man. We got BC West Coast Girl says, hey everyone. Rebecca saying hey to Darth. Nida Arts. Nidan Arts. Hello, Nidan. I see Kareem in the house says howdy, Kareem. David, what you up to, David? Shrinksmith. Do you eat dirt? Sometimes. I mean, not just all on its own, like picking up handfuls of dirt and eating it. However, lots of times, food might fall on the ground or in the fire while I'm out camping. And hey, I'm no stranger to the extra minerals, Faith saying hey to Rebecca. DK Worthy. Hey, DK. Raul says, Hemet. Might mean hey, Matt. Yes, I think so. Hoorah. Hi, Raul. Raul Lopez. Robert Gaylor's in the house. Hey, Robert. Alan, what's up, Alan? Alan from Down Under, guys. Hi, Matt. Hope you're well, mate. We have another cyclone. Oh, my goodness. Another cyclone hitting us on Friday. 2 in 3 weeks. Dang, Alan, that is crazy. I'm wondering, is that common for your area? Or is that like uncommon? We've been getting a lot of uncommon weather all over the world lately. And so that just makes me wonder, let's see. Trying to read off names, guys. I know people on the watch back hate it when I do that. When y'all guys are in here, I just like to acknowledge you. It's kind of like you're walking through my door and I'm like, hey, what's up? So, and also I have no delay on this chat line. So I'm still way up at the top and I know y'all guys are talking to me down at the bottom. So it makes it difficult. Kendrick Lamar fan says, how did you like the Super Bowl halftime? Oh, I I didn't watch most of it. I wasn't into the rapper. And I'm a rapper, guy. I don't mean I rap. But I like rap, right? I like all kinds of music, and I definitely like a lot of the rap. Honestly, I didn't really enjoy it. I couldn't understand really what he was saying. I couldn't get with what he was talking about. It was very glitzy, and everything. But personally, I didn't really enjoy it very much. I like the spectacle of everything. I try and respect everybody and everything. And the guy made it to Super Bowl to do his performance, so he must have like a following and stuff. Honestly, it wasn't really my jam. Knucklehead, awesome name, bro. I can't believe you got that. Just Knucklehead, no 135 or anything. Where'd you pop up? I'm watching Alaskan Bush People. God bless. Well, thank you, Knucklehead. I've been doing this channel. I just had on the 17th of last month, I had my 6-year anniversary on this channel, actually. Now, I've only been going hard with it for like the past 4 years. But yeah, welcome to the group, and I'm glad you're watching ABP. I hope you're enjoying it. Oh, pardon me, I got the hiccups, guys. Nairua Miura missed. Hello, Miura. Eldorado, love hearing your point of view on things. Thank you. KD Worthy says, hi, Matt. Hi, KD. The Donald says, Bill Burr, what's up? Wrong dude. I do listen to his comedy. The guy is amazingly hilarious. Actually, guys, that's a funny thing I wanted to run past you. So, as you know, I'm one of those guys that can't keep my mouth shut, right? It's like if I think it, I pretty much tell it to you, right? And sometimes I suffer for that. I have thought recently about doing a comedy skit. Not like where I do comedy a lot or anything, but get like one little, like maybe 40-minute skit together out of the crap that I just think is hilarious and put my own kind of like morbidly hopeful spin on it. But it's like, my problem is the channel is doing really well right now. It's because of y'all guys. It's because you've subscribed so much. You hit that like button so much. It tells the YouTube algorithm that like I'm important, right? Or we're important. This channel we built here together. So if I start doing comedy, being that like I'm just gonna kind of like rag on a lot of stuff from what I think is a funny perspective, I just think that if I did it, I would probably lose so much. It's like people would just unsubscribe left and right. I don't know. Most of y'all guys, you've got a pretty good sense of humor, So let me know what you think. Tell me in the comments. Should I try doing like a comedy thing or not? Now here in a minute, I'll skip down to the bottom. I don't want to leave anybody out. Y'all guys take the time to leave the comments. And like I said, this is kind of about just catching up with you. So The Art of Pain says, dude, it is awesome to meet you, brother. My name is Jason. Hey, Jason, it's my pleasure to meet you too, my friend. I'm glad you're here. Hoorah. What is that? Little TM. Okay. Lil TM. Can you say happy birthday to my friend, Gage? Gage. I'm not sure what that last name is, or if you're playing with me a little. I'll tell you what, because I don't know, and it's kind of a joke that people have. They come in here and they ask me to sing a a happy birthday song or say happy birthday, knowing that I'll sing a happy birthday song. And then they'll like say that their friend's name is, I was just going over it a minute ago. It's Seymour Butts from The Simpsons. You remember? But I'll tell you what, my friend, what's your friend's name? What's their first name? Gage. We'll just do happy birthday for Gage, just in case. Because you know what? I'd rather, it's my same idea when I help somebody at a gas station. They ask me for $5. It's possible that's a scammer who's parked their BMW around the corner, right? It's a possibility. It's also a possibility that that's someone that's going to go hungry tonight because I didn't give them $5. So honestly, I would rather get scammed out of $5 by a scam artist than deny somebody who actually needed food. So I'll tell you what, we're going to say happy birthday to Gage. We're going to leave his last name out of there. All right. That way everybody wins. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gage. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Yay. Guys, happy birthday to our friend Gage out there. Hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully it's lessons of the past, triumphs, failures, and what to do better next time with the hope of a brand new, beautiful year in front of them where they can apply the things they've learned and the things they've earned to have an even better future. And hopefully that happiness and that better future spreads out to everyone through their smile of confidence and success. Now, if things are rough, that's okay because that's the best way to learn, you know? So happy birthday, Gage. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hoorah. Hey, Will. How you doing, Will? Hey, bro, it's my birthday today. Shh, you're crapping me really well. Okay, now that's a real birthday right now. Guys, this is Will from Southeast Alaska. He lives in Klawock. He takes care of his parents. It's a beautiful family. He's a good friend of mine. He and I were kids back in the village together, right? He drove cab and I drove pizza. And we had this really cool game called Mind Control. And I probably shouldn't tell you about it. But when we were driving, I know, yeah, but I don't think I should get totally into it, should I? Well, let's just say that when we see the other guy's car coming, we could control the other guy's car using mind control. So, Will, I'm going to sing you a happy birthday for sure, brother, all right? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Will. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Yay. The whole birthday smear, bro. You just heard me go over it. The same applies. Hoorah. Robert. Hey, Robert. Okay, guys, I'm going to skip down to the bottom now. Okay, I'm just going to call out names that I haven't seen yet. Here we go. Hamity. Ches Baffled. Critter Bones is in the house. Hey, Critter. Oh, that's Hammy. Lisa. We got Worm in the house. Joe Cod. Rosie. Dustin. Mickey. Robin. Nath Beldell. Nidhan. David Thomas. Aspirin. Cheyenne. Joe Cole. Gemini. That's cool. That's like the real Gemini, right? Okay, I'm dropping to the bottom, guys. I'm gonna get okay. Here we are. I'm current with you now. Okay. Don't forget Mo. Oh, dude, come on. All right, bye, Mo. Oh, one of my mods already got them. Shout out to the mods. They do such a good job. I know I talk about it a lot, guys. Hey, there's the one and only Duke. Brother, I just gotta tell you, I really appreciate you, Duke. I appreciate every single thing you do for this channel and every comment you make. You are a well-minded, intelligent, kind individual, and I just want to thank you for everything you have done for this channel since you got here. There are a lot of people out there like you, but there's nobody else out there like you. You're one of the solid gold friends, my friend. Duke says, I'm freaking starving. That chicken pot pie did not do the trick. Dude, I know. Are you anything like me? It's like those things, they were so good back in the day, bro. but like nowadays they just aren't filling. Did they shrink or something? Because I remember back in the day I could eat like maybe 2 chicken pot pies and I'm good for the night. Nowadays I find it's like all empty calories or something. I hate to complain, but the last few times I got them, they just were not very good. Those Marie Calendar ones are a bit bigger, but still not as good. We it looks like we got a lot of jokers in here. The moderators are working real hard right now. Well, thank you, Matt, my friend, says Duke. Hey, thank you, brother. Chrissy G Drums says, my hello must have been delayed. Oh, that's okay, Chrissy. Hello, I'm glad that you're here, my friend. El Dorado saying good night. Good night, El Dorado. I'm so glad you could make it. LOL Duke go eat, says Rebecca. Right on. I got a coffee, says Aspiring EMS 2000. Hoorah, I got my coffee right here, EMS. Hey, and thank you for being one of those people that comes out for us when we need you. I really appreciate it. I've got so much respect for like the EMS, the firefighters, the police, anybody who, when a total stranger is hurt or scared or in danger, will come out and risk their own lives and do all the things that y'all do. It's real hero stuff. Forget the comic books. It's real hero stuff. Really appreciate you. Duke says, Matt, are you watching any new TV series or movies lately? No, Duke, I don't watch a lot of TV. Now, the little family that I live here with and everything, we like to watch a show or two at the end of the night. And sometimes Jamie and I will watch a movie too. So the last new show I watched was Wednesday. One of my friends, she likes to watch Wednesday, and I watched it with her. It was actually pretty good. It was all right. And then we're the whole little household that I live with here, that we're really into iCarly. I don't know if you've seen it. It's about these like teenage kids and the one adult who is like just totally out of his mind. And it's a pretty good show. It's really good. Sometimes I get the intro stuck in my head, actually now. And then the last good movie I saw was probably Fall Guy. I don't know if you've seen it yet. I can never remember the guy's name. Ryan Gosling, something like that, is in it. Really good. It's kind of like they shot it like a 1980s kind of like action movie. It's got a lot of comedy and stuff in it too. And so it's really good. I don't want to be a downer on everything, but the guy, I read an article about it. He said they needed a really macho role after playing in Barbie. Because, yeah. Let's see. Rebecca saying hey to Diane. Jamar says, I might swerve, bend that corner. Whoa. I don't understand, Jamar. I think you're talking racing. Are you talking racing, my friend? Michael Robinson always says that life is a race, and a lot of people, they try and get across the finish line with their car perfect, but his goal is to in the end screech around that finish line with his tires on fire, his engine blown, and a big old smile on his face. So that's what I always think whenever anybody compares life to racing. Chrissy G Drums says, hi Matt, it's nice to see you. You too, Chrissy. Rusty Raven, now I want chicken pot pie, LOL. Right on, Rusty. Shanif Nifk of the Great White North. Yeah, I got to get this pronunciation down right there, Great White. Hello from Montreal. Hello, my friend. I don't know if you saw, I was doing a shout out to all my neighbors up north earlier. Boy, I'll bet it's cold up there. We got it's probably like 10 degrees here. Joni Holt, what are y'all talking or chatting about? Just anything, honestly. Here on the channel, these little lives I do and stuff like this are just basically me talking to y'all guys. I like to read off your comments and just talk and share. Lots of times we talk a little bit about the difficulties of life. Well, we try and stay kind of positive by putting the positive side of a difficulty out there, you know, even if sometimes it's just learning from it and growing from it, you know. Maria M. Hi, Matt in chat. Hi, Maria. Gua. Oh, guacamole. Cool name. I like cheeseburgers. Oh, man. If you are ever in Orville, okay, you want a good cheeseburger? If you are ever in Orville, there's a place here. It's the, oh, dang it. I'm always talking about them. Why can't I think of it? Oh, Rancho Grande. No, that's the Mexican place, which has also got good cheeseburgers. Oh, somebody help me out here. Everybody there's like, I can't help you out. Oh man, don't you hate it when your brain just goes into total mush? I'm up there all the time. They've got amazing cheeseburgers. They've got a lot of Mickey Mouse themed stuff in the window. That's not helping me think of it. Oh, dude, I should have quit drinking so many years before I actually did. There's not much brain power left up here anymore. You got Rancho Grande. You got the breweries next to that. The next is, okay, look, it'll come to me. All right, that's the kind of thing we just gotta let it go for a minute. I'm a little bit on the spot. You know how it is when you start getting a little bit warm when you're like, your brain is frying around like 103 people. Hi, 103 people. Plus the rewatch. Yeah. Why can't I not think of that? I'm gonna go wake Jamie up right now and be like, where do I like to get my hamburgers from? Okay, I gotta let it go. I just gotta let it go. All right. If any locals are in the chat, will you help me out here? It's the place up here. It's got all the little Mickey Mouse like stuff and everything. Really great hamburgers. Chrissy G says, glad you're well. Thank you, Chrissy. Teacher says, what kind of coffee is it? This is an instant coffee, $9 up here at Frontier Foods, which is the closest grocery store to me. And I can mix it as strong as I want. I forget the actual brand, but it's the cheapest stuff on the shelf. I'm trying to save some money right now. And man, I'll tell you guys, it's really hard, isn't it? I've been able to save, like, I think I got a couple hundred actually. If I can still have a couple hundred in my pocket by the time this next payday arrives, it will be the first time that I have ever closed the month with a profit. And that's really what I'm wanting to concentrate on. I mean, I've got so many expenses right now. I need to get like to a good dentist. I've got this lawyer down here I need to talk to. See, my mom still holds the royalties to my time on Alaskan Bush People. So every time the show's played, there's supposed to be residual royalties that are paid out, and she gets my checks. So I need to go to this lawyer down here, but I need the cash to be able to do that too. You know, it's like they say that it takes money to make money, and that's just, it's difficult. Yeah, but it's a good coffee. You know how most of the time when you do like an instant, you get like that burned or freeze dried kind of taste. Not with this stuff. It's all right. Sean Crawford says, are you the one that plays on the show Bush People? Yes, Sean. I used to be on the show Alaskan Bush People a long time ago. Thanks for being part of the adventure if you watched the show. It was one of the best times of my life, actually, and it gave me the capability to do this with y'all guys and taught me so much about like filming and video and stuff like that. So, and seriously, one of the best times of my life, even though in a lot of ways it was the hardest. Do you know though, my whole life has been the hardest. I think about it sometimes and I'm not complaining. I'm not whining or anything, you know, it's just life can be really hard. And I've been one of those kind, you know, so here's to taking our lumps and keeping on moving, right? Alpha Raven, cool name, Alpha. Matt, what do you feel is your biggest life accomplishment thus far? That's a really good question, my friend. So the biggest accomplishment outside of myself is probably this right here that I'm doing with you. This came through taking the opportunity to do Alaskan Bush People. And one of the most proud things I have is the ability to sit down with y'all guys and talk to you like this. Now, it would be useless if it weren't for the thing that I'm really most proud of, and that is fixing. Now, I mean, fixing is a large word. writing a lot of stuff inside of me that's allowed me to put my life back together and have something to talk about with y'all guys that has a value. So what I do is I share everything that I've learned about basically self-repair, and I encourage people to take what works for them and forget the rest, basically. So it's basically kind of like the same exact thing, except there are two sides of it, kind of like a coin, you know? So be doing this with y'all and then having something valuable to do with y'all, if that makes sense. BC West Coast Girl says, "Oh, you're talking to Duke? Hey, Duke, how did uh, the brawl on the ink earlier from?" Okay, y'all are talking hockey. I have a feeling. Aspiring EMS says, "I'm not an EMS. Yes, if I had a chance, I would certificate or not." Okay, well, you know what? You're still a good person. I'm really glad that you're out there, my friend. And thanks for being here with us, too. Quinn Martin, where is Bear at? Quinn, I don't know. The family has kind of grown apart after the show and everything, and I get to see a few of my siblings every now and then around town, though we don't really stay in touch. I hope wherever he is and whatever he's doing, he is successful, though. He's one of my really good brothers, and I hope the best for him, you know? Food. Hey, Food. I love that name. It's long lost Food will go to school soon. Cool, Food. Now, I remember, yeah, I've wondered where you've been every now and then, my friend. So thanks for showing up. I hope you have a good school day. Knock 'em dead. Right on. Guan. Oh, guacamole. I'm sorry. I need a hero. Guacamole, I recommend. I've got a great hero for you, all right? It's yourself. All you have to do is just give maximum effort to the world. You'll make an excellent hero for yourself. And when I look for others to look up to, I look to those people who have what I want. They say that if there's somebody who has what I want, then I do what they do, and I can get that too. So you're a hero. Tonight, you're my hero, friend. Erica, the one and only Erica. Hi, Erica. I am so sorry that my phone hasn't been hooked up. I haven't been able to call you or Britta lately. See, I have two lines. One of them works here in the U.S. The one, though, that does the international calling and everything, I haven't been able to hook up. I know that you're strong, though. I know you got it out on your side, you know, and everything. I look forward to getting to talk to you again when I can. I'm so glad you're here. She says, "Good morning, Matt," and a couple cups of coffee. Right on, Erica. I got mine right here, my friend. Oh, pardon me. Sometimes late at night, coffee gives me like the hiccups. It's like half hiccup, half burp. Do you ever do that? I know, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. Uh, JJ, that tapper fade more massive than ninjas. LOL. Okay, then. Jenny saying hey to Erica. Maria saying hey to Rebecca. Sean Crawford. I would really love to chat with. Oh, really? Okay. Duke says, "Oh, talking to West Coast." Jenny. Yeah, Jenny. The snakes. Why the sicky face, though? Did you. Oh, that's Faith talking to Jenny. I'm sorry. Sometimes the way these line out like that, I can't tell what's going on there, guys. Okay. Yep. So Faith is not into snakes. Alan. Oh, no. Let's see. Jenny. Aspiring says, "What show he talking about?" If you're talking about me, I used to be on a show called Alaskan Bush People a long time ago. I do this now. BC West Coast says, "Well, that is hockey for you, Duke." Cool. All right, Robert saying hey to Erica. Erica saying hey to everybody. Alan saying hey to Erica. Duke is West Coast. Okay, yeah. Critter Bones saying hey to Erica. Cindy Jacobs. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Cadence. Hi, Cadence. Craft Creations by Sony. Hello. How are you doing, Craft? Mauricia, hola, Mora. ¿Cómo estás esta noche? Gracias por tu es aquí. ¿Cómo estás? Lance Wormy, what are we talking about? I just got here. Pretty much just, shooting the breeze, Lance. Right now, I just geared on so I can talk to y'all guys in the chat. I used to sit down with you, with the group a lot and just talk and read comments and stuff. And I haven't got the opportunity to do that in a while. And yeah, I'm just kind of up late, started alive, and figured we'd just sit down and yak at each other for a little bit. And thanks for being here. I hope you enjoy the channel. We don't really have a subject that's not often very entertaining. It's just kind of something we do. I mean, I get irritated from it, but yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to start moving faster, guys. Johnny Vival says, Matt, hey homie, be kind to yourself. Right on, Johnny. Right on. So often I find people don't give themselves the respect and the credit that they would give others, and that's a very important thing, is that for us to be able to be kind to ourselves like we would be kind to someone else. Go Mama says, that's a cool name. Go Mama says, hi Matt, much love from Florida. Hey Mama. Sigma Lord's in the house, guys. Hey Sigma, I have an idea for a guitar comedy skit. That would be cool, Sigma. Shoot it to me in a comment, bro. MBM says, hi Matt, do you ever do fishing videos? This year I'm going to, MBM. I've been on survival mode for several years now. I haven't been able to do much fishing or hunting. Now, as an Alaskan fisherman and an ocean fisherman, I thought fishing down here was going to be a piece of cake. I got to tell you, it is not as easy fishing in a lake or a river or a stream as I thought it was going to be. I need some tips and lessons from other fishermen who are experienced in that kind of fishing. I didn't realize I'm kind of a cheater when it comes to fishing. I get right out over the fish on a boat or something. I just drop my lure straight down on top of them with something good looking on there. And man, it is difficult doing the cast fishing and everything. So later this summer, when we go fishing, y'all guys are going to get the opportunity to watch me learn from my failures, which will be cool, and I'm excited about it. Also, I've got some crawfish or crawdad, crayfish, I've heard it so many different ways, pots that friends of mine have given me. I'm going to go out and get me some of those too. They're in some of these lakes around here. That's going to be really good. Let's see. I'm going to roll down now, guys. Let's see. Lance, drive truck, live the diesel life. That's cool. Right on, Lance. Please show your support for Matt's. Man, thank you, Critter Bones. Hoorah. Hoorah. Jenny says it's, 40 Celsius there in Melbourne, guys. That's like 110 degrees. John Vival says hardships are the pathway to peace. I agree with that, John. I agree. Aspiring says, if apocalypse hit, I have enough survival tips to survive. Awesome, my friend. Hoorah. I live the apocalypse even right now. I'm happy if I know that I've got everything I need to just, kick it kind of. I want to do some videos. Somebody left a comment in one of my older videos, and I forget who it was. They were talking about just the basics of starting a fire and how difficult it can be. And I was thinking about doing like a how to start a fire kind of video, and little things like that people don't realize can be difficult. And then I realized that like there are different ways to start fires in different environments, really, because I was trying to think, I'm like, well, how would I show somebody that, really? What are the logistics like? So I've got an idea for a little video that shows like 8 or 9 different kind of environments, from the rain to the snow to the desert, these kind of things, to show people kind of like how to do some of the basic survival stuff, the stuff that some of us take for granted that we can do. Oh, I've still got that, like, oh man, need somebody to walk up behind me and scare me real quick. Okay, I'm gonna roll down to the bottom, guys, so I'm more current with what we're talking about. Rose Baby says, love you. Well, thank you, Rose. Carrie, what is your take on Super Bowl halftime show? I was just talking about that, Carrie. Look, I really like rap. All right. It's like I like all music. You can tell that if you've ever been to my Music Madness show. I didn't really enjoy the halftime show. I mean, the guy made it there, so he's got to have something and everything. And I don't want to criticize an artist, because art is art. At the same time, I felt that I had a hard time understanding what he was saying, which is all right. That's sometimes art. I couldn't relate to his content. The show was flashy. They put a lot into that and everything. Personally, I didn't really enjoy it, though. It wasn't fire to me, as the kids would say, Duke, I don't think I'd make it in the zombie apocalypse because I snore when I sleep. I've thought about that, man. I've been out in the middle of the forest before, laid down under a tree, like, oh, I'm going to be so quiet while I sleep tonight. And actually had that thought in my head. I'm like, what if I snore? And that's a really good point, I think. So they say most of the reason for snoring is the soft palate in the back of our throat. It operates like the tongue and then something to do with the roof and back of our mouth. I don't know exactly. When we sleep on our back, it causes that soft palate to drop down into our esophagus, and that's what makes mostly the snoring sound. Some of it can be nasal, and then others have certain problems with the esophageal tract connections or something like that. If a person who snores sleeps on their stomach, you cut down the chance of snoring by a long ways. Also, it's safer because your body can get more oxygen through it. So if you're ever in an apocalypse or something, remember what I used to drink when I was what I used to think when I was schnockered drinking, and that's be sure to fall asleep on my belly. I know it's terrible, isn't it, guys? In recovery and stuff, it's nice to be able to make jokes and stuff. It kind of keeps us guys with our brains locked in, kind of, And like I've told people before, I'm like mostly Irish. A large part of me is Irish, and that heritage kind of like we make jokes about anything, kind of, Jura, hey Jura, how you doing? Ghost Mode saying hey to Jura. Willow P, can you come to my wedding? Oh, Willow, I would love to, but I don't think I can make it, my friend. You just have a good one, all right? And I hope it's a celebration of an excellent union between two good people who respect, love, and look out for each other. Remember, the most important thing in any relationship is good communication. Bunny says, what's your favorite scary movie? Don't you mean, what's your favorite scary movie, Sydney? Because my favorite scary movie, that's a good question. Well, we'd have to break it down into genres. If we're talking straight up slasher spoof movies, or if we're just talking movies that will like scare you in the dark. My favorite scary movie would probably like just scare you in the dark. I remember Alien 2. It was Alien 2 back when I was a kid, because I'm a big fan of the Alien genre, not so much the newer stuff.
And also the Predator genre, but Predator wasn't as scary for me. But I remember Alien 2 when I was a kid. Like, not only was that scary, it was inspiring at the same time. It's like there's a lot of hero junk in there, there really was. And my favorite scary movie, like Halloween slasher. Oh, I like some of the older. I'm almost torn to say Scream 1. It was such a great movie, especially in the very beginning, but the first time you ever saw it, and it does fit kind of like with your comment a little bit. Yeah, I think I'll probably stick with those two. Yeah, even though never mind, I won't go there. Yeah. You see, that's one thing about getting a little older. I know when to stop sometimes. Now that's only sometimes. Most of the times, no, I don't. But sometimes. Let's see. All right, I'm going down to the bottom here, guys, with you. Star 8 Case Homie. Honesty is some great rap. Okay, hang on a second. How do you Honestav? Honestave. Okay, I will check that out, my friend. Thank you for your recommendation. Hoorah. Oh, stop pushing buttons. I hate that. I accidentally tap somebody's name and it's like, block user? I'm like, no, don't block user. Papa John. Wait, hang on, Ghost. Have a great night, Critter. Okay, Critter's out. Night, Critter. Thanks for coming here, bro. Papa John says, Matt, most precious thing you've lost. Oh. Well, everything. Most precious thing would be my faith in myself. I mean, there are a lot of people. Everybody, actually. Don't want to make this sad or anything. Just honest, Everybody. It's not about what we lose. It's about what we learn. Because we can't change anything, right? So, just up and keep moving forward. Thanks for your question, Papa. Bunny says, what is your favorite? Oh, again, what's your favorite scary movie? I got you, Bunny. Let's see. Jorah saying goodnight to Critter. Lisa, goodnight to Critter. Hoorah, guys. Y'all guys are all so cool. Don't we have such good friends here? Sigma saying, be your own hero. Right on, Sigma. That's what I was just saying a minute ago. Right on. Your own main character. Yes. Bro, you're talking the truth. And thank you for coming in. I can tell from your comments, I'm not sure about your background and everything, but you're definitely hooked in, right? I tell everybody the same. I tell them, we've got the choice to be our own hero. When I started getting my life back together, actually, I sat down and I tried to decide if I was a character in a movie, that's how I wanted to be, then I told myself that I would just start doing things like I was that character. And so if that's something that I wouldn't want my character to do, then I wasn't going to do it. Or if it's something scary or hard or whatever it was, if that's how the character in my movie was going to do it, then no matter how I felt about it, that's what I was going to do. No matter how scared I was, no matter how intimidating things were, So I agree with you. We can be our own characters in our movie. Another thing, I found in life, and I'm trying to get this into like a couple of videos and stuff for like self-recovery kind of thing, is that like I noticed that my shortcomings could become my greatest strength. It's like a pole, right? So like love and hate are like the same. They're just two extreme differences of the pole, and then like hot and cold, right? So somewhere in between there's warm. So like I was lazy. We'll say I was lazy. And this goes through a long list of my character flaws. So I realized, though, that I could change that laziness to be the opposite
of what it actually was. And I found that for me, I converted my laziness or my procrastination into patience, which is kind of neat. Also, fear can be turned into bravery, and the flip side of this. So, like, brave people can also be made to be fearful people too, you know. But this is all a conversation for a much deeper video. Yeah. I'll bet you have, Jenny. Jenny is not loving the heat anymore, guys. Catfish saying goodnight to Critter. Britta, goodnight to Critter. AG, or AJ, sorry, AJ, saying hey to everybody. Hey, AJ. All right, we got a lot of good nights to Critter. Just Chantel, Chantel says, hi, Matt, long time no see. Oh, watching from snowy New Jersey. God bless and keep you, brother. You too, Janelle. Thank you for being here. I know it's been a little while since I've seen you. I hope that things are going well for you out there. Okay, guys, I'm just going to roll through. Viking Woman is in the house, guys. She says, hi, Matt. How are you? I'm good. Another day here. Dark cloud and very silent outside. Coffee is ready. It's good to have my friends here. Matt, right on. I'm glad you're here with us too, my friend. And I want to thank you for the last time you called in on the show. What you talked about was so very important, and everything that you always share is so very inspiring. We were just talking a little bit ago about how life can be rough, and what's important is to learn from it and grow from it and apply that rather than letting it crush us. And I find that you are a shining example of that, my friend. And I've got my coffee here too. This is my last cup for the night, and then I gotta get to sleep because honestly, I gotta get up early. I've got a lot of things to take care of that I've been procrastinating. Yeah, it was patient for a while. Like I was saying a minute ago, yeah, I was just using patience for a while. I find though that life sometimes, well, they say that it can give you a kick in the butt to get you moving. For some reason, it kicks me in the head. And then all of a sudden, my patience and my calmness changes, and I get a very intense and fiery motion forwards. You know, it's kind of weird for me. Things are going good though, and it's always positive energy. You know what I mean? Good things. All right. Bunny, what superhero would you like to be if you could? I'm Batman. Don't tell anybody, but yeah, I'm a Batman guy. What I like about Batman is that any one of us can be Batman. That all he did was improve his brain and his body, and that he has an internal strength that won't let him become the bad guy. No matter how much the world kicks the crap out of him, he just doesn't have it in him to go to the dark side, right? And so I'm Batman. Yeah. Besides Batman, I really like Wolverine. That's why I have these tattoos here. Those are the Wolverine claws. And then Deadpool. I'm definitely a Deadpool fan because and 2 out of 3 of my superheroes are like super invincible too, right? But what I like about Deadpool is that he runs his mouth all the time. I can completely relate. It's like my biggest problem is that I always have something smart I like to say in any situation. I was at the doctor's here for the flu a couple of weeks ago, and I'm sitting there patiently underneath the light. The doctor comes in, tests me, does all this stuff, gives me a prescription for medicine. I'm there for about an hour and a half, but I'm really glad to be there for that hour and a half because the doctor's really nice. I know he's giving me medicine. They're acting like they care about me, right? I'm sitting there waiting. It's like the last 5 minutes of the visit, and they're about to let me go. All of a sudden, I just start getting too hot. You know how it is when you're sick and the fluorescent lights, and it's all just got to be too much. And I feel like I'm about to barf. And I got up and I grabbed one of those barf bags that they have in there. They're like this long, this big, right? They've got that plastic rim around the top, and I'm sitting there holding it, and Jamie's sitting there next to me, right? And I noticed that on the bottom of it, there are little lines with how many milliliters it is.
And I'm like, look, they're measuring it. And then I'm like, I wonder if I could break the record. I should have had more to eat before I shut up, right? And then the doctor walked in because I guess I was being a little bit noisy, and he was like, are you okay? And I had to explain to him real calmly. I'm like, no, doc, no, I'm fine. I just don't feel great. And I'm funny. I get funny when I'm not feeling too great. And yeah, so I can really relate to Deadpool a little bit, you know. Good times. Good times. Thanks for all the hearts, guys. I see you down there. There's looking at you, kid. I'm rolling down now. Lisa, Matt, I snore too. Even laying on my side, I sometimes wake myself up. LOL. Oh man, Lisa, them zombies gonna get you. I'm joking. I'm joking. You're gonna be all right. Okay, let's think. I'm good at coming up with problem solves like this. Okay, what you do? All right, you need to get yourself. All right, what you do? Get yourself some styrofoam blocks, and then just make like a helmet out of it, and then run a long tube over to a big pit you dig, right? And then go to sleep. You'll wake up, you'll probably have 4 or 5 zombies in that pit because the tube will transfer the snoring sound to the pit. They'll fall in there, you'll sleep just fine. Remember, headshots count. You're awesome, Lisa. You really are. All y'all guys are awesome. We've been doing this for about an hour, and I should probably bow out. It's so nice to get to hang out with you. It reminds me when we first started doing this together out in the Picker's cabin. One of my friends in here, actually, I'm going to drop down to the bottom now, guys, but one of my, I double tap it, and all of a sudden it's trying to block people. What was I saying? One of my friends, was talking about when we first started just the other day, actually. It was pretty cool because I was talking to him, and I know y'all guys pretty well now since we've got to do this together, and I didn't realize that they were there in the beginning. And they remembered the first song I played or something like that. I was talking to Jimmy earlier about it in the other video. Yeah. Pretty cool. Totally cool. Yeah. Jura says, I love all the support from you guys. Much love to you all. Hoorah. I don't know what that means. Shout out to the mods. Aspiring says, how do I tell if I have a ghost cat? Because stuff keeps getting knocked over in the middle of the night and creaks and padding like either walking or zooms. Aspiring? That's a good question. Hang on, let me think. It's been a while since I've seen Ghostbusters. What to do about an ectoplasmic cat knocking over your things in the middle of the night? Well, all I can think is that footage of that would be worth a lot of money, or at least a couple views on Instagram. So what I do is I get, not for ghosts. I don't really believe in ghosts. I don't have time for ghosts. You see, in my world, there are plenty of things trying to hurt or eat me. So in the dark, the last thing I need is to believe that something's going to materialize out of nowhere and try and grab me, because there's plenty of real things that might grab me. However, I don't disclaim anything, right? I'm not one of those people who's smart enough to be stupid. You know how so many smart people are stupid? You ever try and talk to a smart person about anything? They just really don't understand anything. So I do believe that there could be something out there. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, and I haven't seen everything. So what I would do if I were going to be Egon on this one, or Venkman, I would probably go get me a trail cam. They have night vision. I've heard that anything spectral shows up on infrared camera better than they do a regular camera, and just set that thing up. They're motion activated. You can put your delay sequenced all the way to 5 seconds. So that means every 5 seconds it'll shut off, and then, or when it shuts off, it'll be ready and armed in the next 5 seconds to take another shot. You can put it into a picture mode,
or run video. Now, also, what I've heard in my studies of the paranormal is that pictures can capture a specter faster or more effectively than a video can. You can also run it as a video. And be sure to set out a can of tuna just in case. If it is a spectorial cat, maybe it wants some fish, Hoorah. Y'all guys are awesome. I love this. Tonight I'm going to be going to sleep. I'm gonna hear meow. What? What? Huh? Is here? You're a good time, guys. You're a really good time. Special people. Yeah. All right. I don't want to leave. I really don't. I'd sit here with you for another hour. And I mean, I don't really have anything to do. Honestly, my nightly gym has got taken down to where like I walk to the gym, I look through the window at all the machines, and I walk back. I'm going to do that for about 2 more nights before I actually go in. And then when I go in, I'm going to do my stretches. I'll do 5 pull-ups, and then I come home. You see, my body's had enough damage that I work it really slow and careful. Back when I was in my 20s, if I was down for a week, I'd just jump right back on there as if nothing happened, and I'd wind up pulling my neck or tearing a muscle or something. So now when it's a whole month between that I get to work out or do physical activity, I start really slow. And it sucks having to start over sometimes in life. It's still, even with the gym, I've noticed that starting over isn't as hard as it is the first or the second or the third time that I've done it. Some muscle still remains, and definitely the longevity, the endurance is definitely still there. But I like it. I miss it. I've still been doing this is my nighttime protein shake. I'm adding my vitamins and stuff to that. I'm going to do a video on that pretty soon because I've seen a lot of improvement with the supplements I'm taking. I mainly see them with my eyes. That's a really kind of funny, stupid thing to say. My eyes, it feels like the cones and rods have relaxed a little bit and things are a little bit more crisp. They aren't as fuzzy or anything. Which also makes me wonder, because I went to the eye doctor about 4 months before. I hate ragging on it, right? I went to the eye doctor about 4 months before I started taking these protein shakes. And I didn't take these shakes thinking that they were going to help. It was a guy on YouTube. I watched one of his videos while I was trying to figure out what the best supplement was. And he said it helped him. So I started noticing or keeping track of it. The eye doctor told me there was nothing I could do. They recommended getting like a 0.05 glasses and all this stuff. And I'm just like, my eyes are literally getting better. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, why didn't he tell me about the supplement? Well, because I can't buy this from him is what I keep thinking. I get this at Walmart, So it's just sometimes if I'm going to rag on something, what I'm going to rag on isn't capitalism. It's the way people use it, It's like back in the day, everybody knew, and the bummer to losing like our elders to COVID, because so many of the people that passed away were the elderly, right? Is that they weren't able to pass on the knowledge that they and previous generations used to keep things running to us, really. And so I'm kind of in a gap, in a marginalized spot where I remember a lot of what those people have said. And so back in the day in the 1950s, they put air in the bags of chips. They did that so that the chips wouldn't crumble. But then by the 60s, they started putting more air that wasn't needed into the bag. It looked like you got just as many chips. When you open up the bag, there weren't that many chips. So the people back then stopped buying the chips. Right? And they even wrote letters. They're like, I'm not buying your chips until you start putting more chips and less air. We only need enough air to keep the chips from crumbling, right? And you know what happened? By the 70s, we had more chips and less air. And we haven't been taught that. That's why I like to do this stuff. It's just simple thinking, because in the end, we control the market by what we buy. And there are a lot of us. So maybe not everybody is going to stop buying the chips, right? Then you know how corporations and companies work. It's about the bottom line. And if the bottom line gets lower, guess what? More chips, less air, which is something that you get here on my channel a lot. I know there's a lot of hot air. It's food for thought. Food for thought. I should do this late night stuff more often. That's all right, you lovely people. I'm gonna let you get out of here. I think that'll be my last thought for the night. Listen to an audiobook. I got a couple I really want to listen to. Just haven't had time. So that'll probably take me an hour or two. I'm gonna go for a late night walk. A friend of mine the other night was saying that his lungs were hurting after the flu. And I should have thought he could have walking pneumonia. I always see him at night. So I'm hoping to run into him, make sure that he's all right, and ask him if he needs me to take him to the ER tomorrow, because I don't think he can get a ride into Tonasket. That'll be my Batman thing tonight. I find it's cool just to look out for people, Just got to look out for each other. All right, guys. Thanks for being there. Never give up, never surrender. And I believe in you.